Are they sniffing? Hey everyone, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a book review, and this is going to be a spoiler book review, just so you guys know, and it's going to be on My Bestfriends Stepfather by Opal Carew. If you guys didn't see, I did a TBR and a readathon for this. It's from the Romance Opalathon, and if you guys want to see them, I'll link them up in the cards. I'm just going to discuss what the fuck this book is about because it's absolutely ridiculous, and I gave it a 1 star. So basically I'm going to be discussing on why I gave this a 1 star. I'm going to be putting spoilers in this book and just basically going off about it. This is my second time doing this video because for some reason my camera like froze for the first time ever, and you know, I lost everything, so that's fun. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. So I'm just gonna read the synopsis of the book first and to give you guys an idea of what we're gonna be getting into. It says, when Ash is assigned her first feature as a reporter, it should be simple. Interview a real-life dominant for an article about BDSM. So this book is about BDSM, which I went into it not knowing that, and I only know about BDSM because of Twitter, the internet, 50 Shades of Grey, all that kind of stuff, but I never have read a BDSM book. So this is my first time, and it was a ride. But her subject is none other than Darren Gallagher, her best friend's stepfather, and it'll be an interview she never forgets. What started for Dare as a lesson is sensual domination suddenly has become so much more. He can't deny the spark between them even though he knows she's completely off limits. With every seductive word, every lesson, Dare tests Ash's resolve and pushes her boundaries. But at the same time, her boss Adam has been craving things he shouldn't. While Ash finds herself dreaming of both men, a dark secret threatens to destroy everything, but how can she hold on to a relationship that isn't even real? So basically this book is about a girl named Ashley, and she is a writer, and she wants to do an article on BDSM. Why? I don't fucking know. But basically, she wants to write an article about BDSM, and the only thing that she can think to do is interview an actual dominant, which is somebody that's like dominant in BDSM. If you guys don't know what BDSM is, Google, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you how that is, because that's just not what my channel is. Basically, her best friend Helen has a stepfather named Dare, and he is into BDSM. And so she sets them up. Actually, no, Ashley's other friend, Jessica, I'm pretty sure her name is, sets them up to meet in real life, and Ashley wants no sexual relationship with Dare. She just wants to learn all about BDSM and just move on and write the article. Obviously, that doesn't happen. She and Dare share sexual moments with each other multiple times, and she sits there and says, oh no, I don't want anything with you, yet they do it anyway. And then she sits there and says she doesn't want anything with him, yet she's sitting there fantasizing about fucking him and sucking his dick. Hi, I'd also like to note that they both fantasized about each other when Ashley was in like high school, and that's just weird. And he's like 10 years older than her or something like that, along those lines. But yeah, he fantasized about her. She fantasized about him while she was in high school. So I can't. Just so you know, this is not a family channel, and if you thought I was going to talk about anything other than this, then you were wrong. She wants to learn how dominant and submissive is, but without actually doing it. And the only way that Dare says that she can learn about it is to actually be in one. And eventually she ends up like giving up like halfway, not even halfway through the book, like a few pages into the book. She's like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll do it. And then obviously they fuck, and she has like the most amazing sex of her life, and it's just like, okay, dummy. Not to mention she has a boss, and her boss's name is Adam, and she's had a thing for him apparently forever. It's one of those tropey, stupid fucking tropes where they're like, there's history. Fake history doesn't even seem realistic. Like, their relationship doesn't even seem realistic. Like, oh, she's known him forever. It just, none of these characters have any personality. They have no character development, and this book is just absolutely ridiculous. It's in third person. I don't like Opal's writing at all. Like, this book is just no. It's a no. It's a 1 star. Not even. If I could give it a 0, I would give it a 0. And you'll find out why towards the end, because it just gets worse in the end. Her and Adam have had a thing, apparently, for a long time, and Adam is her brother's best friend, you know, more of the best friend trope shit. They're like off limits because Ashley's brother is older and she's always the young sister, and she's like off limits to dating her brother's best friend, whatever. Basically, there's some sexual relationship between them, and Dare knows that there's another person involved and that she wants to get a relationship with somebody else, and so he's basically saying, hey, do what I'm teaching you and use it on your friend to get out of your shell and not be so shy and not be so uptight and to have more stuff to write about for your article. Sure. So basically she tries to do that with Adam, and things just don't go so well, and it's just really awkward. The whole entire book is so awkward. Like, the sexual parts are just no, honey, no. It's just very awkward, and I'm gonna read a little bit from the book of some pages that I marked because I annotated a little bit of my favorite parts. One part I did like about this book that I will say is that I like that we heard from Dare's point of view because it's very third person and it bounces between everybody and we don't get to hear their inner thoughts and how they feel. Again, they just have no personality. I don't like the writing of the style of the book. I don't like how the author wrote. I just don't like it. So it says, Dare said he had been looking forward to this all day, seeing Ashley again. She was delightful and sexy. Last night he supported a huge erection most of the time she'd been here. Even after she'd left, it kept inflating every time we thought of her. So basically, we got to hear his inner thoughts on how he thought about Ashley, which I actually liked because I felt like that was some sort of personality that involved. I don't know. But the one thing that I hate about this book is that they both were unsure about how they felt about each other and they kept assuming shit. Like, she would be like, oh, I like him, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me. He's just gonna leave me. And then he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure she doesn't want anything to be... she doesn't like me like that. She doesn't want anything to be involved. She doesn't want us to be involved. I'm just gonna move away after a month. And I just hate when characters assume shit like that. Like, just fucking communicate. There was no communication throughout this entire book. Dare has moved to Autumn Ridge, back to Autumn Ridge. He had a divorce with Helen. Helen's mom, Helen is his stepdaughter. It's really confusing, but him and Helen's mom had a divorce, so Helen, like, moved away because she got kind of, like, fucking psycho, and the bitch still is. I don't like Helen. She's a stepdaughter of Dare. She, like, moves back, and she finds out about Ashley and Dare, and of course she's, like, trying to ruin their relationship, and she has, like, extreme daddy issues, and she's, like, constantly hanging all over Dare, and is trying to get in his fucking pants, which, honey, that is your stepfather! Calm down! Go to Dr. Phil! And she has a really big drinking problem, so that also sports a lot in this book of things that happen. Ashley and Dare become, like, irresistible, whatever it's called, I don't know. But they continue to hook up, and then her and Adam have actually hooked up once. And he constantly is telling her to leave Dare because he knows about him, but Dare doesn't know about Adam. And well, he knows, but, like, he doesn't know who it is. Like, they both don't know who she's with, and that's a big thing that happens in this book as well. It's just so complicated. Like, she's constantly in, like, a two-person relationship, and Adam is constantly wanting her to pick between the two, and she can't, obviously. And then shit just goes down, man. And, like, Helen is a fucking crazy-ass bitch. Like, she just does everything to try and ruin things with Ashley and Dare. And, like, she literally, like, goes into Dare's room at one night and literally is, like, trying to have sex with him. That is your stepfather. That is, like, why I gave this book a 1 star, because it was weird shit like that. Like, stepdaughter, stepfather shit, like, I get it. Some of it can be kind of okay, but, like, no, that's definitely not. That's, no. And I get it, you're not blood related, but still, that's your stepfather. You have some weird daddy issues. Like, you gotta get that figured out, sis. Like, that's not okay. The one thing, I just want to say it because I'm not gonna waste my time here on this shitty book and discussing it. Things happen, and, like, she tries to do what Dare taught her to Adam, and things just don't go so well, and, like, then Adam tries to dominate her, and it's just, like, Adam doesn't know what he's doing either, so it's just, like, really awkward and weird. Like, I don't like the sex. I don't like her description of words. She really repeats herself when she's writing this. I'm talking about Opal. She repeats herself a lot when she is writing her books, and how her style of writing is, I just don't want to get it again. I'm just going to say that again, but what happens is, again, the relationship starts to progress some more, and it's about a month, and then Dare has to leave soon. And Ashley is getting more into feelings with him and all that kind of stuff. And then I think they finally eventually communicate that they both like each other, and then so they both agree to be together. And of course Adam doesn't like that, so, you know, he literally keeps trying to be dominant towards her. He literally, like, almost, like, it's, like, basically, like, almost raping her in his fucking office, and I didn't like that. It made me very uncomfortable. He, like, grabbed a hold of her and, like, pushed her up against the wall and just started, like, touching her, and, like, she didn't even say anything. Like, she literally just walked into the office, and all of a sudden he just wants to be dominant towards her. Like, calm down. Literally, that made me so uncomfortable. I did not like that part at all. The one thing that happens that makes this book fucking blow out of the water is when Adam and Dare both find out about each other. And Dare and Adam actually had a history together. Apparently, they were fucking dating. And part of me deep down knew that there was some weird shit going on because they both were weird when Ashley was talking about either or, and, like, slowly she would start talking about, like, Dare, and then with Adam, and Adam started talking about Dare, and it was just, it's really confusing to explain, but, like, they both slowly started to figure out who they were, and then they were like, oh shit, we kind of have to tell her what's happening. And so, like, it's Helen that tells Ashley that Dare and Adam had a thing, and that's why that her parents divorced, but it's really not. Her parents divorced for some other reason, but I forget what it was. It's not even important, but basically they divorced, and that's when then Dare and Adam had their thing, and then they broke it off because they were, like, an intern. It was an internship. This is all over the place. I apologize. My book reviews aren't the greatest, but, like, I try my best. I just, yeah. So they had a relationship, they ended things, and then that's when it progressed into what is now with Ashley and Dare, and then Adam and Ashley and all that kind of stuff. So basically there's like a bunch of like sex that happens, and then all of a sudden we find out that, you know, they had a relationship, and then Ashley's like okay with it, and then they all decide to go back to Dare's house, and Adam and Dare like meet up again for the first time, and they kind of like kiss in front of Ashley, and she's like, oh my god, this is so cute, like I'm so happy for them. Like, really, bitch, really? Because that kind of makes me uncomfortable. I'm not against gays, I'm bi, okay? But it just makes me uncomfortable because like what I'm trying to say is that I didn't like that she was so okay with watching both guys that she hooked up with being intimate together, just because like usually girls would be jealous over that and like possessive of what's theirs. So like, I'm fine with her being supportive, but it was just kind of weird because like you hooked up with both those guys and now you're just sitting there watching them kiss each other, and I just don't want it to come off as homophobic because it's literally far from that. And it's just like how it made me feel and how the rest of the book plays in with that part. It's just, that's the best way to describe it. I don't like Adam. I just feel like he's kind of like a loser in my eyes. That's how I just pictured him. I just didn't like his personality or him as a person. And he was very like just trying to be dominant, and he's just trying to be like Dare, and it just made me uncomfortable because honey, you're not, okay? Give it up. You're not fucking a dominant, like stop. Helen, like I said, caught them, and so Helen started having a lot of daddy issues with Dare. And you know, the one part that really fucking got me was we found out that Helen sneaks into Dare's room one night, and Dare thinks it's Ashley coming back because she had left because Helen had some like drunk issues or whatever. And so Dare's like half asleep, and like Helen, you know, crawls into bed with him and just, you know, fucks him while he's asleep and basically rapes him. And you know what happens? She gets fucking pregnant with his fucking child! That is your stepfather! Oh my god, I can't with this book. Literally, when I found out that Helen was fucking pregnant by her stepfather because she basically raped him while he was asleep because he thought it was Ashley. Bitch, you are fucking crazy. So he literally threatens to send her away to, like, get help for her alcoholism, whatever the fuck, alcoholicness. And at this point, Adam, Dare, and Ashley are like in a three-way relationship, and the threesome sex scene, no, it was not my forte. It was not my cup of tea. It was a no from me, dude. They have sex, like all three of them, and it's just like, it's a big love triangle. It's like, it's just, no, it's not good. It's not good at all. I didn't like it. I was very uncomfortable. I had goosebumps the entire time I was reading that part, and it's just like, no. Please, no. Don't want to see that again. We find out that Helen's pregnant. They are officially dating. And guess what they want to all fucking do? All three of them. Dare, Ashley, and Adam. They want to get married, you know? They want to get married together. They want to progress, like, throughout, show their love for each other and just get married together. Like, no, stop. No, it's not okay. I don't like that. So yeah, they all three want to get married because they just want to show that they love each other. And they try to be really deep in the book. And it was just, no. And, you know, Helen's pregnant at this point, right? And, you know, Ashley wants a family, and Adam wants a family, and, you know, they all want, like, biological babies or whatever. And, I don't know who the fuck came up with this idea, but I'll decide to raise Helen's baby as their own. No! She literally, practically raped her stepfather in his sleep, and they want to keep the baby and raise it as their own? I'm sorry, what? What the hell are they smoking? What kind of crack are they sniffing? Because I don't know what the hell that is. Because I don't want any of that crack. Like, get away from me with that shit. No. I'm sorry, but if you like that, that's good for you, but not for me. I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, that pains me so much. Like, why? And of course, they end the book off with another threesome sex scene, and I just skipped it. I was like, no, I'm done reading this shit. What the fuck kind of crack is this? Well, like, what kind of crack was that author on when she wrote this damn fucking book? I need to have a word with Opal. I'm sorry, honey, but honey, what are you going through? What's going on at home? Like, it fucked me up, man. It fucked me up. That's the shit that fucking went down in this goddamn book. Don't read this. It's a waste of your time. I'm taking my tabs out and I'm returning it to my fucking bookstore because that was ass. It was not even worth the read, honestly. 230 pages of my life wasted. That was really disturbing. I didn't like it at all. A lot of shit just went down. I can't wrap my mind around it. That was My Best Friend's Stepfather by Opal Carew. I'm sorry if this was a very blunt and very harsh and hard review to watch. This is just the shit that I read in the book. So if I have to read it and partake in hearing about it, so do y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big like and subscribe down below to join the family. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.